Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be installing a quick shifter on Noah's CBR1000. It should be a pretty simple install, as we hope, but it comes from the factory with an option for a quick shifter, but this one did not have it, so we're installing one. From what they're saying, it should have a harness hookup already in there and everything, so all we need to do is plug it in, get it attached to the shifter, and it should be good to go. You can see it comes in this fancy box straight from Honda. If I can open it. Thank you. A lot of different pieces, but should be pretty simple once we lay them all out. So let me get these all out of the box and we'll lay them out. We laid out all the parts that come in the kit. There's not many parts. We do have a paper clip to, what was it again? To
initialize it once you start working on the electronic part of it.
Yeah, so once you start digging into the ECU, I guess you gotta initialize it. But other than that, not many parts to put on, so hopefully it goes pretty well. So the first thing we're doing is taking off, what is that, the engine cover? Or
the EVAP cover.
The EVAP cover, and then that should free up some stuff in there. So one thing to remember before you start working on it is take the negative terminal off the battery, just disconnect it. That way we don't fry any electronic stuff while working on it. And then after you get the cover off, disconnect the battery. The next step is to, to disconnect this whole rod and take it off?
Yep.
All right.
You might have to...
You have to take this off full or leave it on there.
Yeah, so you can...
There you go. Oh.
Turn the wrong way.
Nice. God dang. There it goes. Next thing we have to do is remove this evap canister or whatever this big chungus thing is. To do that, you take off these two bolts. It's a long ass bolt. Oh, let's go. So how do you assemble that? You put...
Reference as the stroke sensor.
Okay, all right.
And we take the gear change arm. Stick your bolt through. And just put the nut on the back side.
Nice. Pretty simple.
Should be.
I'm sitting here watching you struggle.
That's fine. I'll give the camera a better view.
There you go. There you go.
Just snug.
Got a fucking scar coming. Let's go.
What was that?
That's a Honda CBR250. That thing would gap this piece of shit.
Get a hold of it. There's the dummy connector.
There you go.
This way.
So if you're wondering what the heck we're trying to do, the connector to the quick shifter connects to like another connector in this little rubber sock, but the wire doesn't want to like poke out of it, so you have to kind of thread it down the rubber sleeve and then connect it in. Okay, so now that we got the zip tie cut, it turns out we didn't even need to cut it because you can just press that tab down and it goes back and forth. But that did help free up a lot of space. And so we were able to get the quick shifter connect out so we could connect it easier. But then we made the problem of, well, we bent it back, but we bent one of the pins, so that kind of made this process a whole lot longer. We did get it connected. That was pretty satisfying when we heard the click. So now all we gotta do, put in this, connect that somewhere like that, and we'll go from there.
So So align the stroke sensor, gear change arm is shown. Does that look like it's in line with that dot to you?
So to align it, as what Noah was just saying, you gotta get that dot right above my finger in line with the gap. So just reuse the stock hardware, tighten that up. When I was showing you guys all the parts, this one may have just fell out. I don't know what it is right now, but once we use it, I'll let you know.
That's
6mm nut on the bottom.
Apparently that's all it takes.
So that one piece I showed you earlier is called a spindle plate. It goes, you take this bolt out right here, and then you just place in the new one. Okay, that's how it should look. If I can get it a better angle, it just kind of sits under the shift linkage. Or spindle, I guess you could call it, whatever it is. But what we're trying to accomplish now is just that clip that comes on the wire for the quick shifter. That spindle bracket has a hole, and as it shows, it just kind of clips in there and holds it in place. And Noah's just putting back on the, what is this thing called?
Reference is the change bar.
The change bar. Call this long boy. So what you gotta do here is you gotta like put them both in each, like get them both started threading, and then spin it to, oh, there it goes. You wanna hop on the bike, see where it feels, or?
Maybe.
Yeah, let's hop in. So like it needs to go down, or is
Probably down a little bit.
down?
That's probably good for me.
So know that after we got that all bolted down, tightened up, pop on the hose, then you pop on these two bolts, and then go from there. So the next step is to bring, what is this thing?
The SCS short connector.
You pop that off, it's kind of deep in the tail right there. Pop that off, and then what we're trying to do right now is get this red cap off. Next thing we have to do after the cap is off is, what do they say? Just connect the
White and green wire.
So probably that green one right there, and then I wouldn't call it white, maybe like light blue, but the lightest one. Okay, so this one's a little jank, but I guess that's just what you do. You bend a paper clip, shove them into two things. One goes into that, if it would focus, one goes into that like teal, light green, and one goes into the dark green. But that's what it should look like. It clips down in there. Do that, reconnect the battery, and then
Ignition switch to on. Ignition open mode and select. Service. Maintenance. I don't know why it told me to go there. That's not where you go. Quick shifter equipment. Turn it to on. And we'll go down to initialize.
and then start it up. Okay, so then after the initialization succeeded, go ahead, pull that out.
Stick our cover back
Yep.
on. Which way did it go?
And then pop that back on this little stand down there, or seat back on. What, just the front seat? No?
Yeah, that's all we got to put back on.
So after you get all that put back together, we're not doing the test ride yet. I kind of tease you guys, but
And you can see right there where it says quick shifter off, so you just have to set it up to, you go function, quick shifter, up, on, down, on. And I don't believe you need to do anything with those. Now it should show on for up
There you
and down
go.
arrow.
that's pretty simple.
And I think now we just have to take it for a test ride.
Yep, test ride time. All right, don't flame us for no gear. We're just gonna go right down the street. At least he's got a helmet. Smart man. Safety first. While he's out riding, let's get a cold start of this bad boy. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, reliable. Quick shifter coming on this thing. Stay tuned for its whole 1 gear it has. Not even a gear, it's just a rubber band, but we still love her. Alright, so after doing a couple test rides, the quick shifter does indeed work. It's kind of weird when riding, not using the clutch much, but I feel once you use it a lot, it'll feel pretty good. What are your thoughts on it, my guy?
Yeah, pretty well the same. Definitely going to take some getting used to. We were just talking about the resistance that it puts on it because you're not using the clutch, but I mean, it's nice.
Yeah, overall though, that thing is going to be pretty nice when just cruising around, or if you do want to go to Mexico and put the gap on some cars or a Hellcat specifically.
Not naming any names.
Yeah, not naming any names, but you can do that very easily now. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.